Gabby!
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 Hey, what are you doing?
What's up, everybody? Mustang King in the house. Down here at Lujan Motorsports, once again, Miami, Florida. Willie the Wizard's gonna be doing some work on our blue 2024 Mustang GT with the Whipple supercharger on it. I know you guys haven't seen a lot of content on that car. I apologize. I've had a lot happening at the shop, guys. I mean, we were racing a dark horse, went 978 in that car.
What's up?
978!
978!
978!
978, there we go. We just tied the record.
146, 60 foot, 978 at 138.9, baby. Ow, Mustang King! We're also doing a ton of content on our first Team Lethal Mustang giveaway car, and we finally got that wrapped up, so we've got a chance to come down here now, have Willie do a whole bunch of upgrades to the car. Last time I had the car out the track, it went 1067 at 135, 136 miles an hour. Factory transmission with a RXT clutch in it. Factory shocks and struts on it. The only mods on that car are going to be, we've got the Whipple Stage 2 supercharger kit. Also have Cook's long tube headers, Corsa catback with a double H pipe, and we've got a Steeda stop the hop starter kit along with their linear drag springs. UPR catch can we also have on there. We've got a QA1 drive shaft and some G-force axles in that car. So also we're going to be doing some shock and strut upgrades for the front struts. We're going with the Kelltrac adjustable struts that work on the S550 and S650 non-Magna ride cars. And also on the rear, we're doing the ViKing double adjustable shocks in the rear. So Willie just got started on the car right now. We'll be down here for a bit. We'll be calling up Kelly Aiken over at Kelltrac in a little bit, get him on the phone. Talk to him about what settings he'd like us to set the struts and the shocks at. Go inside, take a look here real quick. Willie's got the car up here. Big shout out to Kelly Kelltrac. We sell a ton of their stuff. We stock these struts. I've seen people have awesome results with them, so we went ahead with those front adjustable struts on the car. And then we reached out to our partners over at ViKing, and they sent down some double adjustable rear shocks for the car. So I'm gonna work with Kelly on the settings for it. We're gonna get this car dialed in for the new setup on there. And lastly, after we get all this stuff on there, we've got some slicks going on the car with some LPS5 drag wheels. I believe I'm running a Hoosier slick, Hoosier Daddy on there, a 28-inch slick. So I'll be able to dump the car, higher RPMs, cut a better 60, and get this car down the track. The goal is nines. You know, the goal is nines, guys. It's, for me, seems like an impossible feat. Listen, it's not easy. A manual car running nines in it, especially for someone who doesn't have the driver experience that I do driving a manual, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And lastly, I've been working with Dustin over at Whipple Superchargers, because you know we're running the Stage 2 kit on here. He's gonna set me up with new calibration for the car. Their newest version, if you guys have followed us, the calibration that's on the car now was pretty much like a pre-production calibration that we use to help develop and test for the the actual production cals that you guys have out there now. But we still have the old cal on there. There's a bunch of things that he made changes to that will benefit from going down the track. So after we're all done with this, we're gonna flash the car and again, slap those slicks on there, and hopefully we'll have a day that's under 105 degrees and not humid as can be, and I can take the car down the track up at Bradenton, and I know Wade's gonna have that track prep real good for me. So yeah, here we go, let's go.
Gabby!
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 Hey, what are we gonna do? Hold 5 days and hold on.
All right, so let's give Kelly a call. We'll FaceTime him, talk to him about the struts and the shocks, get some settings from recommendations, and we'll get the car set up. There we go. FaceTime, and let me screen capture this guy as well. There we go. What's up, man? So we've got the blue manual car down here. You know, the first one we put the blower on, and we're finally getting ready to do the struts and the shocks on it. I've got your adjustable struts going on the front, and I've got the ViKing double adjustable rears that you recommended going on the rear because it's a non-Magna ride car. So Willie's got the shocks up on there already, and I'm pretty sure the struts are in the car. Just want to talk to you a little bit about what settings you would recommend us to do. I mean, I'll be running a slick on the back, a 28-inch slick on the back and a skinny up front. We've got, you know, obviously the manual car, and I plan to take it up to Bradenton, so you know it's going to hook. So,
Yeah.
only thing I think that may hurt us is the gearing in there. I think we've got a 355 in there right now, which we really should probably have a 373, but just, you know, we want to do some high RPM dumps, get that 60 down, and man, I want that 9-second pass, bro. So how are we doing it? What are we doing?
Yeah, so sometimes it's not all about just adding suspension to the car, as you probably know. You want to figure out how you're going to achieve the goal, and then you pick the right suspension to achieve that goal. And then you want to pick the right settings to achieve that goal. So at this point, my theory on your car is that you need to try to launch it and find that fine line of the wheel speed like we used to have to do like years ago with the Cobras and stuff, you know? You don't want it to blow the tires off too much, but you don't want it to dead hook.
Yeah. You want a little bit of a tire spin, right?
Yeah, because you also don't have a lot of gear ratio either. So when you have a stick car that has a lot of gear ratio, sometimes if you bog or dead hook, that gear can pull you up out of that bog. You can't really do that with your car. So I think the trick is going to be to have a little bit of wheel speed for the first, 10 feet or so, and then slide out with the front end up.
Yep.
And then maintain that weight transfer, and then just get it to plant the tire before the 60 foot, really good, and then go from there. So as far as settings are concerned, I typically on a stick car will suggest people start about 1 1/4 to 1.5 turns. So you're going to be about in the middle, about 50%.
Okay.
Because here's the thing: if you have it at full loose and it comes up too quick, then it relies too much on the rear shock and the rear compression to balance the car out. So you don't want that, that quick.
Yeah, exactly. Especially on the manual car, that's an issue to begin with. So.
Yeah, but you don't want it to be too stiff because then it'll just spin the tire right when you come off the clutch, right?
Got it.
So you want to be in that 50% zone on the strut.
So 1 1/4 to 1.5 turns, basically.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Good.
And then on the rear shock, you said you're going to be on a slick?
Yeah, I'm running a Hoosier, I believe a 28-inch slick on the back. I'm doing it, man.
Okay, cool.
Why not?
So the way that works on the shocks with a slick is, and this is really good tech that I don't really talk about a lot. What the S550 and the S650 Mustangs suffer from is what's called compounding squat. Okay, so it squats the suspension, but it also squats the tire. Right? When you launch that slick, it squishes the tire. So now you have the back of the car goes down, and then the tire squishes as well. So it goes.
Yep.
So now you're relying on the power delivery, the drive, the power, the racing of the car, and then you're relying on the suspension to control what's called tire rebound or suspension rebound, right? That's what the rebound adjustment is for on the shock. Now you have to be careful because on the ViKing shocks, they're extremely powerful. They're the most powerful shock on the market, okay?
Yep.
On a slick, you typically want to run more compression, okay? Because you don't want the back suspension to squat too quick along with the tire, right? You want to rely on the tire. You don't really
do its work
on the suspension.
Okay.
So anywhere from 7 to 9 on the rebound is going to give you that smooth ability for it to, it's not going to bounce up, but it's not going to stay locked down. It's going to come up smooth in the back.
All right.
The compression is the trick here. So typically on the automatic cars and the turbo cars that everybody runs, 6 or 7 or 8 is kind of the magic. What I would do if I were you, since you're going to have the ability to adjust that front strut, is I would crank that rear compression up way higher than the rebound, which is atypical. It's not common on what we would do on an S550, but because you have a slick, you have boost, and you have the A compression valving, we want the most force possible. So what I would do is I would probably start at the drag strip, not on the street, because on the street it'll beat you up.
Yeah.
I would probably start at 12 to 14 on the compression range.
12 to 14 on the compression.
Yeah, and then 9 on the rebound. Don't ever go above 9 on the rebound.
All right.
There's no reason to, because it'll just cause issues typically.
We don't want to come up too fast, is what you're saying. All right, so we'll go with your recommendations on the settings. And then what we'll have to do is maybe when I get the car up to Bradenton again, I know you're not too far from there, maybe we plan to bring a car out and come on out and we go racing together? And we try not break anything this time, like the last time we were both at the track racing?
Yeah, last time we tried to meet there, we both broke our cars on the first pass.
Simultaneously, like, dude, right on the launch, both of us, dude. It was terrible. Yep, a 3-hour ride for me at the launch and then back onto the trailer. So I'll keep in touch with you, though, for when we go out there. But I'm going to get Willie working on doing the settings on this stuff right now. And then we're going to get going on this transmission, get that clutch in there, and get it ready, man.
Let's hurry up and get the 9 because I'm waiting on my clutch. And when it comes, I'm going 9s before you if you don't get it.
Oh, man. Listen, hey, all good, bro. A little friendly competition, man.
Yep.
Yeah, with these Whipple cars, man. We're having a good time, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. Well, hey, good luck to you, man. And thank you for spending your time with us with the settings and stuff. And let's get this thing together, man.
No problem.
Appreciate it, brother.
Good luck.
Thanks, man.
Keep me posted.
Will do, man. Thanks.
All right,
Bye. There you have it. Kelly from Kelltrac with the whole rundown on the suspension. Let's go, Willie.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Get to work. So rebound, you're just gonna put an R by there?
No, I'm just gonna put red ink on the rebound.
Okay. Red for rebound. Here you go. Yeah, perfect.
Fine.
Gabs, what's up? What's going on?
Silver for compression.
World famous drag racer in the house.
Silver for compression.
Silver for compression. Well, how about red for rebound?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Red for rebound and the silver's compression.
Easy.
8,500.
I don't know.
All right, so we just had Kelly Aiken from Kelltrac on the phone here. We were FaceTiming him, talking about the car, talking about the setup, getting his recommendations on what we should set his front adjustable drag struts at, as well as the ViKing double adjustables. We'll make sure to drop that information in the video here for you guys to see. Really helpful information. Kelly's been doing this stuff for a very long time. Tons of experience with suspension stuff like that, especially with the S550 and S650 now. So I definitely want to get his recommendations to help me get this car down the track. And he definitely challenged me to see who's going to run a 9 first. So good luck to you, Kelly. I'm going for myself, so we'll see who gets there first, man. Guys, we just wrapped up the suspension upgrades on our 2024 Mustang GT with the manual transmission in it. I want to give a big shout out to Willie Lujan over at Lujan Motorsports, as well as Kelly Aiken over at Kelltrac for their help. What we installed are some ViKing double adjustable rear shocks along with Kelltrac's front adjustable struts. That, along with the Steeda Stop the Hop starter kit and their linear drag springs, should make for a really awesome combination at the track. Hopefully Kelly will come on out and help me out with some settings on those shocks and struts to make sure we get this thing hooked properly and get me down the track. I'm really looking forward to it, guys. We're going to throw those Hoosier drag slicks on the rear along with the skinnies up front on those LP S5 wheels from Lethal Performance, and then get the drag strip all scheduled up, make my passes down the track. Again, the ultimate goal is a 9-second pass, so make sure to follow along. If you guys have any questions about the Kelltrac products that we spoke about today, please feel free to reach out to us at 561-753-8105. I'm the Mustang King, and I'm out of here.